Okay friends, one of the first things we have to do is safely raise and support the front of our car so the wheel is off the ground. After that, we're going to remove all of our lug nuts and then remove the wheel. Let's come over here to our outer tie rod end. We're going to remove the cotter pin and then remove the nut. Now let's put our nut on there, just a couple threads, and we're going to bonk along here just to break the tie rod end free from the knuckle itself. Now let's remove our axle nut. Use a hammer and a punch, break your axle free from the bearing. Now with the wheel off of here, we have a nice clear view of our upper control arm. To start removing that, we're going to come right over here to our ABS wire mounting nut. Now with that down, we have plenty of slack in this area. The next thing we're going to do is come right up along here, remove this cotter pin and the nut, and get ready to break this free. Take that nut, start it on there a couple threads. Now we're going to use our hammer and bonk right along this area here. Now let's remove our flex hose mounting bolt right here. Just be careful because typically they like to break off. A little bit of penetrant will help you along. Now we're just going to come up to this area right here. We'll pop this out of the body. Now let's get under the hood so we can unplug the ABS wire. Now under the hood we're going to come right along here and we're going to find this orange connector. I'm just going to go ahead and push on this tab right there, and then you can draw the wiring off. Now the next thing you want to do is look straight down this way right here. There should be a little push connector that kind of holds it to the body. Make sure you pop that off of there, and then we'll start taking this through the body. In the wheel well, let's go ahead and pull this out of here. Now on the back side, we're going to remove the caliper assembly here. What I mean by that is we're not going to remove the slider bolts. We'll just go ahead and remove the bracket bolts right here and right down there. Now let's remove the caliper. Set this aside so it's putting no pressure on your flex hose. Now let's get the rotor off of here. You're going to have two mounting bolts for that. Use a Phillips head screwdriver and get them off. Remove your rotor. Now it's going to be time to remove the lower ball joint nut. If you have a cotter pin, go ahead and remove that and then remove the nut. This off of here. Make sure we got plenty of slack with our ABS wire. Now we're going to start separating the lower ball joint. I'm just going to put my nut on here so I can get ready to separate the ball joint from the lower control arm. Now as we lift this, we want to make sure that we're pulling our axle out of here, and you also want to make sure you're definitely not going to put a tug on your ABS wire in any way. Now the next thing we need to do is safely press out the hub, which is in the center of the bearing here. So what I need to do is hold onto the knuckle with something, and then I need to have an area underneath it so I can press this down and out. Get this out of here. Now the next thing we need to do is remove this snap ring on the front. To take off the snap ring, it's going to be best if you coat the area with some penetrant. After that, we're going to continue on to using some snap ring pliers. We'll go ahead and squeeze on this. If your snap ring doesn't want to let free, just continue on with a punch. Try to break it free with a hammer. Now we're going to be replacing the hub that we removed from the bearing, but if you're not, you're going to have to remove this race, assuming it came out of your original bearing. Now we need to push out the bearing from inside the knuckle. Slide it right over the top of there. We'll bring this down, press it out. Perfect. Now we want to make sure we clean out this area on the knuckle right here, and of course the area where that snap ring's supposed to go. Once we've done that, let's grab our new bearing. Now to press on the bearing, we want to have something on the bottom side here that's going to be able to fit along this edge, okay? We don't want it going on the inside, and we definitely want to make sure we don't damage our ABS sensor. Just going to lay it right on there. Now the next thing we want to do is use our original bearing, or our old bearing, and we're going to put it right up along the edge here so it fits on perfectly. The reason for that is because you don't want to press in on the center area here because you're going to damage your brand new bearing. Okay, right now I just pumped it down all the way to the point that I can feel that it bottomed out against the bottom side there. I can tell because, well, it's under a lot of pressure, so I don't need to go any further. Let's go ahead and relieve that pressure. And now let's grab our snap ring. Once you feel as though you have the snap ring in there, you need to continue on by using a punch and a hammer. Just give it a couple love taps. You want to make sure it's completely set in. Now it's going to be time to press our hub into the bearing. To do that, I'm going to set it just like this. Put the knuckle over this. Now we're going to need a flat piece that comes up and over this inner part here. You want to make sure that you have something that's hitting up against the inner portion. If you're going against the outer portion, you're going to damage your bearing. So as I'm doing this, I'm just going to continue moving the knuckle around. That's just to ensure that I'm definitely pressing in the hub the proper way. If it doesn't seem like it's going and it's binding, you know there's an issue. Okay, so the press just stopped right there. I can still move this. Now we can get back over to the car. Okay, so let's get this in the car. Start the ball joint, start the axle in there as well. Push them both through. Put on the ball joint nut. Let's connect in the upper as well. Now let's get our ABS wire back inside the body of the car. Now let's torque this to 35 foot-pounds. Now the next thing you want to pay attention to is the hole on the stud of the ball joint and the slot of the nut. You want to make sure that they line up so we can put in our cotter pin. If it isn't lined up, you need to continue tightening until the very next one does. Make sure you peen over that cotter pin so there's no way the nut can come free. Now we'll snug up the lower ball joint and torque it to 43 foot-pounds. Once again, same like the upper ball joint, make sure that the slot lines up with the hole in the ball joint stud. Go ahead and slide through your cotter pin and then lock it in. Let's re-secure the ABS wire. Now let's coat the hub area with some copper never sees. Now it's going to be time to put our brake rotor on there. Before you do that, take a peek at the back. Make sure you don't have any buildup along this area right here. If you do, sand it off. Now when we put on the rotor, we want to make sure that we have all of our mounting holes lined up. We'll start in our screws and then tighten them up. Now it's going to be time to get our caliper back on here. Go ahead and slide it right over the rotor. Now let's put in our mounting bolts. We'll snug them up and torque them to 80 foot-pounds. Now let's re-secure our brake flex hose here. Now let's get our outer tie rod end nut on here. Torque that to 33 foot-pounds. Once it's tight, go ahead and put in your locking cotter pin, pin it over as well. Now we're going to put our axle nut on here. We're going to go ahead and snug it up. You definitely don't want to put it on with an air gun because you don't want to damage your bearing or anything else. Now we need to torque this to 181 foot-pounds. We want to do this, but we don't want this to spin on us. So I just have a bar that comes across and then it goes down to the ground to hold it for me. Once you have it torqued, you want to pay attention to this area on the axle right here. We want to make sure that we peen the nut down into that area. That way there it holds the nut on. Perfect. Now let's get the wheel back on here. We'll start all of our lug nuts, get the wheel on the ground, and then we'll torque them all to 80 foot-pounds. Torqued. Now let's get under the hood. Now we need to reconnect in our ABS wire. I'm going to go ahead and put in that little tab down there first. Now let's connect in the ABS wire. Give it a click, give it a nice little tug. Okay friends, we got the car back together. What do you have left to do? Go ahead and pump up the brake. After that, take it for a road test. Make sure you don't have an ABS light, and then get yourself safely down to your local alignment shop.